chair. I am excited for you all to join me, so thank you for spending a little bit of your evening with us. I am going to be giving you a presentation about your Merrick benefits and how to get the most out of them. I wanted to let you all know that we are recording this session tonight, so keep that in mind. And if you object to your face being on camera, feel free certainly to turn your camera off. And if you have any questions and you don't feel comfortable speaking them, please feel free to make use of the chat. So I usually start out by making sure that my face is on camera because I want everyone to sort of have a sense of the experience that you get in person, and to let everyone know that we are a very friendly group at Merrick. We love getting questions. We love talking to our constituents, our members, so please feel free to reach out. My information will be on the slide at the end of my presentation, along with some other people's information, so please don't hesitate to give us a call, shoot us an email, send us messages through the website. You're going to hear me talk a lot about merrick.info, and that is because it's super useful for you, and that is a way to not only get information, but to communicate with us as well. So without further ado, I'm going to start sharing my screen. I will, if this will actually work, let me see. There we go. All right. So you are here to view the Guide to Merrick, the Mid-Atlantic Regional Archives Conference, and once again, welcome. So those of you who are new members, you might be wondering, what is Merrick? We are an association of individuals interested in the preservation and use of archival and historical research materials. We were founded in 1972, so we are coming up quickly on our 50th anniversary, and that is going to be a lot of fun. We have a mission to support and assist our professional and volunteer archivists, manuscript curators, and records managers in obtaining continuing education and to provide a collegial networking opportunities. We are about 800 members in 7 states in the District of Columbia, and we serve a variety of different institutions, from government agencies, academic institutions, churches, businesses, historical societies, libraries, museums, and professional associations. This is our mission, to provide affordable archival education, encourage diversity and inclusion in the profession, foster collegiality among archivists, and support the archival advocacy throughout the Merrick region. It is worth noting that both our mission and this vision statement were reviewed and rewritten in the last couple of years to make sure that we are serving everyone in the most modern and efficient way possible. Our vision statement: Merrick engages all archivists in our region via an affordable and innovative educational program of conferences, workshops, mentoring, and publication. And that affordable piece right now is, we're really focusing on that. We know that there's been some belt tightening all around, so we're really trying to maintain our affordability. A series of core values support our mission and our vision. I'm not going to read all of them to you, but you can get a sense of them here. They are also on merrick.info. I told you you were going to be hearing me say that a lot, but they are on our website so that everyone can see what our values are and determine whether or not we are upholding them. And if you feel like there's something that we could be doing better, again, please don't hesitate to reach out and let us know. Quality, affordable, accessible archival education is really something that we are working very hard on right now to make sure that we provide that. We also are very passionate about providing our members financial ways to be supported. And that's something else that we're looking at as well. Again, more of our core values: collegiality, promoting the field of archives, and being a super transparent organization. You're going to hear me say over and over again, if there's something that you see that you think we could be doing better, or if you have questions about, we do try and be very transparent. So please be engaged, talk to us, let us know if you don't like, or if you do like what you're seeing. We also have several objectives that serve our mission and our vision. And again, we hope that our members will benefit from our dedication to diversity, affordability, collegiality, and professionalism.
We believe very much in raising the awareness of the work that we do and you do, as well as advocating for the importance of our field and our profession, and providing a good way to network and be continuously educated. So these are our officers. MARAC is probably one of, if not the most welcoming and engaging professional development association that I belong to. We try to be really transparent. So part of that is letting you know what the officers do, what their offices, what responsibilities their offices have. So the chair supervises activities of the conference. The chair-elect appoints people to vacancies on committees, supervises the committee's work. Meetings coordinator, obviously very important, oversees the meetings coordinating committee, makes our contractual agreements for meetings, and advises us as to where we should be going next and when we should be going there. The secretary obviously does what you would think a secretary does, attends the meetings and takes minutes, and our treasurer and finance committee chair manages our funds in a responsible and ethical manner. And again, transparency there is very important to us. So MARAC offers a whole lot of ways to come together. Right now, it's a little bit difficult because of the pandemic, but usually we hold 2 conferences a year in locations throughout the Mid-Atlantic region. Spring is usually in March or April. The fall meeting is usually in October or November. Off-conference workshops and other networking opportunities are also offered. But the caveat is right now in-person conferences are canceled through at least spring 2021 due to COVID-19, although we will be having a virtual meeting in spring 2021. So when we do have conferences, you'll see this in the spring and you'll see it again when we start meeting in person again. The conference offerings are incredibly varied. There's a whole lot of stuff that engages you over the course of 3 days. We have sessions, workshops, guest speakers, tours, networking opportunities. My favorite event, the member meet and greet, receptions. You can interact with your vendors, and there also is usually an in-service day. That's a lot of fun. So upcoming conferences, fall 2020 unfortunately has been canceled. Spring 2021, as I said, is virtual. We're still working out the details, so you will need to watch your email. We will be holding our Spring 2021 conference from April 8th through the 10th. And then fall 2021 will be in Gettysburg in October. Spring 2022 will be in Harrisburg, where we were supposed to meet recently, but that got canceled as well. And then in fall 2022, we will be in College Park, Maryland, and it will be the 50th anniversary of MARAC. So it's going to be a big party, and we're really excited about that. So please stay tuned for details on those conferences coming up. So in order to help our members get to our conferences and to continue doing the good work that you all do, we offer several scholarships, and marac.info is the place to go to learn more about our awards and scholarships. But we really do try and support graduate students as well as people currently working in the field. There's archival education scholarships, there's meeting and travel awards, there's workshop and conference attendance awards, and then we have awards recognizing your professional work. So the Online Customer Memorial Award, there's a Online Publication Award, Distinguished Service, Finding Aids. We really do try and financially support you and recognize the important work that you are doing. We also believe that collaborating is a really important aspect of being a MARAC member. So we are comprised of 8 state caucuses, 7 states in the District of Columbia, and here they all are. I won't read them to you, but we are the Mid-Atlantic region. The best way to contact your fellow employees, your fellow MARAC members in your state is through your state caucus listserv. So you can communicate with everyone that subscribes to the listserv through one single email. It's really helpful. You can search the online archive for previous messages that go out on the listserv, and you can ask your peers any questions that you have. Additionally, MARAC is really easy to get involved with. We encourage participation in a whole variety of committees. There's tons of committees. No matter what you're interested in, you can find a committee. And the way you express interest in joining a committee is when you renew your membership or amend your member profile in MemberClicks. You can click a box that says, I'm interested in serving on this committee. And as vacancies open up, that information gets shared with the committee chairs, and then you might get a notification about joining the committee. It is worth noting that some committees are elected appointments, so you can also run for vacancies as well. The easiest committees to get involved with are generally our meeting program committee and our local arrangements committee. As we meet twice a year, they're always looking for new members. They're always looking for new ideas and innovative ways to have our meetings, especially when it comes to spring 2021. So again, keep your eyes and ears peeled for more information on those. If you are interested in joining a LAC or a PC, right now you're just going to have to watch your email for calls to participate because everything is a little bit in flux. But again, keep an eye out on your email inbox and keep looking at merrick.info for opportunities to get involved in those committees. We also recently, within the last few years, launched a mentoring program. And I want to really note here that it is not just for new professionals. The groups are based on area of interest, not on years of experience or some other criteria based on your professional experience. And the mentoring program is a little bit different in that it is mentoring circles. We based this model on what the New England Archivists were doing, and they'd gotten really good feedback, and we've gotten really good feedback on what we're doing. So it's generally 1 or 2 mentors to a small cohort of mentees. And as I said, it is groups based on area of interest. So if you're looking to learn more about digital archives, or if you're looking to make some kind of transition in your career from beginning archivist to maybe a manager, there might be a mentoring circle forming that will speak to you. So go on merrick.info, mentoring program under resources, and check it out. Get in touch with our mentoring program coordinator. She's amazing, and that program is really helpful. So there are a lot of other benefits as well that you get from your Merrick membership. You get a subscription to the Mid-Atlantic Archivists, which is our newsletter. We are publishing one more time in print, and then it will go virtual, but you'll get not only each new edition with your membership, but all of the back issues as well. You have access to a membership directory. So if you meet someone at a meeting, but you didn't get their contact info, you can search the membership directory for that. If there's somebody working at an institution that you might like to be working at someday, again, the membership directory is your place to be. If you're looking for somebody that has a particular kind of title to figure out how you might have that title someday, again, the membership directory. You get to vote in our elections, which is so important. Please, when you see requests to vote, please do vote in our elections. You can serve on committees, you can hold office. We have lots and lots and lots of great workshops, both on and on conference, so keep an eye out for those. And then something else that I want to make sure that everyone is aware of is that there is a job board on merrick.info. So if you're looking to make the leap to a new job, or you're looking for a job, no matter what, check out that job board. It is updated frequently. So another endeavor that we've recently launched, and when I say recently launched, I mean within the last month or so, we rolled out a bunch of new e-lists. We had a bunch of requests for people from members to sort of mirror what SAA does, and instead of having e-lists only available based on geographical location, we launched some e-lists that are based on area of interest. So there's an e-list that you can use to look for partners in collaboration. If you have a project that you want to partner with somebody else on, or if you need advice, if you're a lone ranger and you have some kind of tricky problem, you can go on the Collaborate e-list and ask your question. There's a diversity e-list where you can discuss any and all issues surrounding diversity, equity, and inclusion, both in institutions as well as the profession as a whole, excuse me. There's an e-records e-list, which is your place to go to ask all your questions related to electronic records. There's an MAA topics e-list where you can discuss the latest issues presented in the Mid-Atlantic Archivist. And then there is a mid-career e-list. This one was a very popular request, a forum to discuss mid-career work issues and transitions. So how do you get on these e-lists? Here is your information. You need to go again on merrick.info, and I will share these slides with everyone once I'm done speaking, so that you can have them to refer to, so that if you do want to join a specific E-list, you have the information right in front of you. You can also manage your membership online. So again, merrick.info, the members only section features a lot of additional bits and pieces that you might not get if you don't log into the members only section. So once again, I will share these slides, and you can have step-by-step information on managing your profile. But if you find that you're stuck and you have questions, please don't hesitate to contact our wonderful administrator at administrator.merrick.info, Sarah Predmore. She is amazing. She's always quick to answer questions, and she's incredibly helpful. So please don't hesitate to reach out. And with that, here is the information for more of us. If you want to contact your caucus representative, again, merrick.info. If you want to contact me, my contact info is here. And please don't hesitate to contact Sarah Predmore. And really anybody who is on the steering committee of Merrick would love to hear from you. So I am going to open it up, not to questions right away, but I would like for anybody from steering who would like to speak to take the mic.
I would be happy to start, Sarah. Thank you very much.
Wonderful, Jenny.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jenny Neese, and I am the current chair of MERAC. I will be chair until June of 2021. And I just wanted to welcome everybody who's new. I don't know, I always see a lot of really familiar faces on these events. I don't know if anybody is comfortable or how familiar you are with Zoom, if people want to maybe raise hands either virtually or just on their camera if you are actually a new member, because there are a lot of old members here. I see a couple people raising their hands. Well, welcome. I see Philip and Catherine raising their hands. So welcome and thank you for attending this. I won't say a whole lot right now. I just want to sort of second everything that Sarah has said. We are really open to questions. I'm sad that all of our natural ways of interacting with people, which is really our conferences, which are currently held twice a year, have been unfortunately paused. We won't be having any conferences in 2020, and even though it hasn't been widely announced, you all have heard that our spring 2021 conference will be virtual. We're working on ways to make that as interactive as possible, but it's always more fun to see everybody in person and get to know people. So we're trying really hard to find ways to engage people online. I know it's hard. Everybody's Zooming all the time. We've had a couple of webinars. The E-lists have gotten started. I think there's 5 of them, and we actually got another request for another E-list that I think we're going to be setting up. So, you know, we're open to ideas from members. And I just wanted to point out a couple of other ways that you can get in touch with us. One of them is just going to the MERAC website. There is a way, it's kind of buried, but unless there's a more direct way to do it. But if you go to committees and then to steering committee, there is a form that you can use. I'll just post the link there. If you want to send, if you need help from MERAC in any way, or if you really, there's an initiative that you really feel like the MERAC steering committee, which is the sort of governing body, should take under consideration. I also wanted to just sort of reinforce a couple other things that Sarah said. We do have elected positions. We usually have I think we usually put out a call for election or for nominations for elected positions in around November. No one is too inexperienced or too new to run for an elected position. And we just finished writing our operations manual. So we have detailed descriptions and timelines of what every job entails. So if you are interested in getting involved, don't be shy when you see that call for nominations. Our chair-elect, Tara, who is also on this call, she'll talk in a minute. She's in charge of appointing people to non-elected positions in the spring. and we will find a home for you. And you can email her tomorrow and tell her what you're interested in, and she'll put your name on a list for the spring when we start rearranging our committees and people start going off of those. The only other two things I just wanted to mention is that this fall, so we're not having a meeting, an in-person meeting. We will be having what we call the MARAC business meeting. And that's going to be October 30th at 11 a.m. I think, and that'll be via Zoom. And when you see the announcement for that, I encourage you to make a note of that and log in for it. It's usually a meeting that we have at the conferences on the Saturday morning of the conferences. And it's where we give an update of what the status of MARAC is. The treasurer will give a budget update. I'll announce any initiatives. We'll talk about upcoming conferences, so on and so forth. So the name sounds kind of boring, the business meeting. And I think a lot of people think like, why should I go? I'm not on a committee or whatever. But that is where we report out on the important business of the organization. So if you have time, we've tried to schedule it over a lunch hour. So if you have time, I encourage you to log on to that. And since I'm assuming that most of our new members are archivists of some kind, you may be interested to know that minutes from our business meetings, minutes from our steering committee meetings, all of our officer reports are right there publicly available on our website. So if you want some thrilling information, some thrilling reading, to find out how decisions are made in MARAC, or find out about what's been discussed, or if you just, are kind of interested, troll around on the website. The minutes are there to all of our meetings. And I guess I forgot to mention what I actually do for a living. I work at Penn State, but I don't actually work as an archivist anymore. I'm a librarian. I was an archivist, and I moved for personal reasons, and I now manage the libraries at 2 of Penn State's smaller campuses. But I think that kind of speaks to how awesome MARAC is. Like, I'm not working really primarily as an archivist anymore, but I love MARAC so much that I just wanted to stay involved. And this is my way of keeping in touch with the archival profession in some way. So I'll stop talking now and maybe turn it over to another person who wants to talk about how wonderful MARAC is.
Thank you, Jenny. And I just want to note, I popped the link to the slides that I presented in the chat, so take a look at those. Tara, did you want to say a few words?
Sure. Hi, everyone. My name is Tara Wink. I am currently the chair-elect of MARAC, and I also work at the University of Maryland, Baltimore as the Historical Collections Librarian and Archivist. I have been a member since I graduated from library school, and this is my cat, Coco. He just knows when there's a Zoom meeting, he needs to pop in. I've been a member since I was in grad school and have been going to meetings pretty regularly, so it's very, very hard to not see everyone in person right now. It's cliche, but I think at some point it becomes somewhat of a family, and that you miss seeing your family members every spring and fall. So I will say that it's a really great organization. I've always felt pretty welcome. There's plenty of opportunities to get involved. I've done a lot of different things. I've been a LAC co-chair twice, as well as a chair of some of the other committees, and been members. So, that happened really early on in my own career. So I will say that we are always looking for people to get involved and to make it your organization, because that's what makes it great. It's everybody here. Yeah, I think that is it for me. I'm happy to hear anybody volunteering for positions. Please do email me. Would love to get some new members involved in some of these different places that we have a need. So thank you and welcome.
Thank you, Tara. Lauren, would you like to speak to our members?
Yes, I'd like to. Can you hear me? Hold on a second.
Yes, we can hear you. Now we can't.
Well, I'm
right.
Lauren.
There you go.
University of Maryland, and I'm the Merrick historian. I used to be the Merrick archivist, and the archives, in case you're wondering, Merrick does have an archive, a pretty good archival collection. It's at the University of Maryland. And I just wanted to tell you one little historical story that might pique your interest. Merrick was founded in 1972, along with a lot of other regionals. They started to spring up across the countryside like mushrooms in the early 70s. And there was a woman at the University of Maryland. She was the first archivist at Maryland. She didn't have much formal training. She knew she needed more training, and she could benefit from a regional group that wasn't very expensive, and she could interact with people in her region about archival issues. She was only 26, and I think she had a lot of nerve, but she organized a small group, and they had an organizational meeting, and they thought they should try a meeting, and then another meeting, and another meeting, and that was the beginning of Merrick. So that Merrick was founded by a 26-year-old who wasn't that well steeped in the profession, but here we are now, many years later, coming up on our 50th anniversary. But I have been in the organization about 30 years now, and it's been a great experience. I keep learning things at every meeting. I keep meeting new people. I have a lot of good friends in the organization, and I hope the same will be true for you. And I hope that we can turn lemons into lemonade, so to speak, and use modern technology to make Merrick even more interesting and effective in the future. So that's my view.
Wonderful, Lauren. Thank you so much. So at this point, I would love to open it up to questions. If anybody has any questions, feel free to either speak up, turn your mic off on, or put them into the chat. Okay. Barring any questions, I just want to say thank you so much for spending part of your evening with us. I hope you will find your Merrick membership beneficial. And please, again, don't hesitate to reach out. My contact info is very much available. Merrick.info if you're looking for anything. And we hope to see you all again soon. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
See you in 2021.
Yes.